Alright, making a video response. To one of these guys, I don't know that, whatever, my Fellowship of the Ring, these people keep arguing with these people like there's some point in arguing with the broken mechs of the world and these other jackasses. Um, yeah, it's just so easy to hit the block button. I just don't know why you bother with this shit. I mean, it's just making me more intransigent in terms of my attitude. Yeah, I'm going to make YouTube videos, and I'm going to make arguments. And yeah, I don't give a fuck. All right, I'll disable comments, and I'll not subscribe to a single one of you fuckers if that's how you want to play the game. But I'm not going to accept these casual critiques of my character or my personality. It's just such bullshit. I'm going to post a link to a video I did as a response video to Pyro and Barklord. And Barklord got all butthurt about it and has now put this in some sort of category like I did a personal attack, like a detailed personal attack. I mean, this is just such goddamn bullshit. And yeah, I'm not going to argue with these assholes. I'm just going to do the right thing and hit the fucking blocked button and do my best to pretend they don't exist. And if they somehow weasel into my radar, yeah, I'm going to hit my little fucking button and take a shot at them, okay? They are the enemy. They're talking babble. They're twisting and turning reality to try to make it into something so they can keep selling it. The snake oil can keep filling the bloodstream of the human race. Well, fuck you. You're not going to get away with it as long as I'm around. So yeah, that's right. You're not going to get a free ride anymore. I'm just so sick of these weasels. They can't make an argument, so again, it always has to be, it's somehow inmendham cheated in the argument. No, despite the fact that he makes fucking almost 2-hour videos now, he's cheating the argument. Yeah, fuck you people. So this asshole is some jerk that my minions have been wasting their time with. I don't know why they've been wasting their time with this asshole, but whatever. Another guy who doesn't make videos.
This video should just involve some, what will probably be disjointed and brief commentary.
Yeah, commentary, fine. Is it going to be relevant to something?
That came to mind in light of a video uploaded by one, Remember the Diamonds. It was apparently a video response to another gentleman, but it's certainly relevant to the topic at hand, or at least some of the text debate, I suppose, that has taken place. Now, I shall say it was a very good summary of some of inmendham's philosophical tensions and his ethical philosophy.
Well, how the hell would you know? Because you have no idea what my philosophy is. This video, I did play the first 2 minutes of it, is going to demonstrate. No fucking clue whatsoever. So how the hell could you rate what a good summary was?
And it was a good video. It was thoughtful. So I really appreciate you uploading it. Now,
Wasted
I have
time.
just jotted down a few brief quotes from the video that I suppose I wanted to discuss. Do forgive if I get a little rambly. I've not scripted anything out or anything like that. So.
Yeah, well, who else has?
Right out of the gate, the infamous red button issue, and you say that that this is an exercise or a theoretical exercise to make people form a value equation in their mind, right? And yes, I mean, certainly it is that, though I think it would be a misinterpretation to say that it's singularly that. Right?
Well, who the fuck cares? It stands as an argument. The argument is, I as an individual entitled to my opinion, okay? It's my opinion. Human race is impervious to a logical argument. If I had the capacity to stop it, would I stop it? Yes, there. I hit the fucking button. That's right, because it's my opinion the human race will do the wrong thing, not the right thing. It's been proven over history. We'll never do the right thing. We'll always do the irresponsible, selfish, jackass, ignorant, dumb thing. Okay, so yes, the red button's getting hit by me personally. I'm personally going to do that. Yes, and as a philosophical argument, it just acknowledges the fact that there's a circumstance here, and these are the range of corrective action. And at the end of the range is extermination in a harsh, final, instantaneous moment. There's slow death also. I would like to avoid the slow death button that you fuckers are going to hit. You fuckers are pressing the let's die of a slow holocaust. Let's reduce the human race to fucking cockroaches. That's going to be your button of choice, you dumb fucking cunts.
Right? Because it is also one man's statement of his desire, his vocalization of his desire to act as the judge, jury, and executioner, if you will, of the entire world.
Yeah, just like all these other assholes think they have a right to be judge, jury, and executioner of their evening meal.
Right? Though certainly, of course, there's no fear that he is in possession of the said buttons, of course. But counterfactually...
But counterfactually, well, guess what? It doesn't matter whether I possess it. All right, the game is this philosophy is out there. This understanding the reality of our circumstance is out there, and someday there might be somebody, who does have the power, that's close enough to make a huge mess. All right, and that's the whole friggin' point. This isn't going to go away. It's out there. Okay, it's a problem, and if you don't correct for it, it's going to show up.
Things, yeah, they're important to the discussion. They're important as far as what ethical philosophy we go about adopting, and why it's rejectable or acceptable, so on and so forth. So, but it is important to note that the logical conclusion of the kind of monochromatic negative utilitarianism embraced by inmendham certainly leads one to, there is, would be, contingent on the truth in a moral real assent of negative utilitarianism, an objective prescriptivity involved with actualizing such a state of affairs.
An objective prescriptivity. Oh, fuck.
That is the erasure of all life, right, if possible.
Yeah, well, like I said, there's all kinds of ranges of futures, all right? Maybe you can diagram one in your little brain, some Star Wars fantasy, okay, that can't happen. 7 billion people, big giant chunk of them are miserable. Technology increasing, capacity to terrorize each other increasing, nuclear bombs increasing. Yeah, guess what? It isn't going to work. And so it all depends on how you frame the red button scenario. And what it basically is saying, well, yeah, okay, if you could kill yourself, 3 days before you get cancer, maybe you would. Maybe that would be the sensible thing to do.
So, anyway. Yeah, I'd rather not all life be short, but, that's just me. Right? Like...
Yeah, well, I could look, like I said, anybody can turn this crap that you people talk and pretend it's philosophy into mush, okay? So I could giggle at the idea of, oh yeah, like we should free all the slaves. And I think the future might find you sadistic fucks with your dietary habits. And they might find that ludicrous that people laughed about how, oh, you mean not eat animals? You mean not torment and torture sentient beings? Oh, how ridiculous would that be? Yeah, I mean, anybody can do that kind of crap. It's not an argument. Everybody agrees with me. Everybody who matters, that is.
Anyway. Where am I? You say, from an objective point of view, we should view our existence as unethical. Now, perhaps I'm being nitpicky, but this does have epistemic ramifications, I suppose. But there is no such thing as an objective point of view, right?
No, that isn't right. And so this is demonstration that you haven't watched shit of my videos. At least 1 in 10 of my videos is on the subject of this objective subjective crap. So you're saying we can't analyze. The only way we can ever buy a car is we have to buy it because we like the color, or because it has a joystick in it, right? But we can never analyze its performance and make a judgment based on how it's functioning and whether it's using too much gas or just the right amount of gas, or whether on balance it's efficient for your lifestyle. No, we can't make a logical determination. That would be impossible. It couldn't be objective in how we choose what car to purchase. No, not possible. Yeah, I'm ridiculing you. That's just idiotic. So what, you read that in some stupid fucking cunt book that told you there's no such thing as objective? Why do you think the fucking word exists, idiot?
Like, that's a contradiction in terms.
No, you're a
If
contradiction.
it's perspective at all, it's relative to subjectivity.
Prove it. Somehow flush out that argument that somehow there's no such thing as a non-subjective opinion. There's nothing that has that's authoritative, complete, that's impervious to counter argument. It's so logically precise. Bullshit. 1 + 1 = 2. It's an objective fucking fact. Deal with it.
Thus we have perspectivalism and epistemology. So, yeah, it doesn't make any sense to speak of an objective point of view.
It doesn't make any sense to even bring up the subject. What the fuck's the difference, okay? It's still, everything's going to have to be a matter of argumentation in the end anyway. You're going to have to convince other people with a persuasive argument to get anything done. So it doesn't really goddamn matter, but you're just throwing that in to somehow what? Say somebody else's opinion isn't valid because they didn't talk about how they feel about it? Yeah, exactly. Because because people didn't use some idiotic, let's throw some bones on the floor and we'll read the bones and that'll tell us what the right thing to do is.
That's just non-existent. Let's see here.
Says you.
You see, the only hope we have as humans is coming to grips with the truth. And one of the truths is our existence. What is our existence? Constantly fighting for survival. And you go on to say...
Yeah, no, I've gone on to say this. Again, how many of my videos have you watched? I mean, in the last 6 months, I say it in what? 1 in 3 videos? Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, and addiction. Can you handle 4 fucking words? Now, if you have some other word to add, let's fucking hear it. But pay attention to those 4 words. And if you had paid attention to those 4 fucking words, you wouldn't need to make this next comment because it's so fucking stupid in the context of those 4 fucking words.
Suffering. That our existence is constituted by suffering.
Yeah, that's not even the argument. It's just that the suffering is the price paid, okay? That's the gasoline being consumed, that humans will suffer. Humans will be exploited. Humans will get cancer. Humans will go through hard times. Humans will get run over on the street. Things will happen to human beings and sentient life on Earth. That's the price of our fucking existence. Now let's look at the other side and see what the fuck we're accomplishing. And that's where we're a little short.
We have to look. If we don't know the truth, we can't deal with it. Now, it seems to me that there's kind of a strange disconnect here, and that is this. It doesn't seem to make any sense that an individual can suffer without being aware of it, right?
Yeah, addiction. So again, you're going to convert this so that, hey, wait, there must be a God. If people believe in one, there must be one, right? Why would they believe in one if he didn't exist? Right? Because people aren't fucktards and idiots. So you can't be saying that the human race is moronic because most people believe in God. Because God must exist because most people believe in him, right? They wouldn't believe in him if he didn't exist. No, humans never make stupid calculations. They never get it completely upside down and wrong. No, that never fucking happens. I mean, this is such a bullshit argument. I mean, he's basically going to argue here that, well, if people are suffering, wouldn't they know it? And wouldn't they say, I don't want to suffer? No, they're addicted, asshole.
And if one is not in possession of their higher mental faculties, if you will, then certainly would be able to experience things like physical pain or so on and so forth. But on the whole, as most of the billions of people walking around are in possession of what we would call the univocal self, if you will.
Yeah, right. Did the univocal self get them to believe in God?
It seems strange to postulate that people are unaware of the nature of their own existence.
Oh, gee. So, yeah, so what? You really are arguing that we all have to believe in God, right? God is true because most people believe in it, right? Yeah, that's what you just said, basically, idiot.
Relative to suffering, right? And then say that everyone is suffering, or that our existence is constituted by suffering.
Yeah, again, you got it wrong, asshole. See, while you're doing all this epistemology talk and all this fancy fucking faggoty word language crap, there's a bunch of the rest of the world is doing the work that you're living on, asshole. Okay? So who dug this diamond out? You think the asshole who dug this diamond out of the fucking ground was talking about epistemology and all this kind of philosophical crap? No, he was just horny to make enough money so he could buy himself some fucking pussy, asshole. He wasn't doing any of this evaluation crap. He was a rat in a maze chasing his fucking cheese, you stupid bastard.
Like, this seems to me a rather strange disconnect. Because if people were suffering, they would be privy to the truth of our existence, correct?
No, I mean, quite obviously it's not correct, asshole. The truth is not elusive of evolution, right? It's right there in front of you. I understood it when I was 6 fucking years old and I never even heard of Charles Darwin. And I already got the idea. So this is just such bullshit. Obviously, human beings are quite capable of self-delusion. They are quite capable of ignoring the preposterously obvious, okay, if it's a better fable. They'll believe in fucking Tinkerbell before they'll believe we're running out of oil. How could that possibly be possible?
Okay, because it doesn't make any sense to say that persons can suffer without being aware of it. This is nonsensical. Like, that's the truth of our existence being constituted by suffering, seems to me, is contingent on our awareness of that fact.
But again, what? So animals who suffer, who don't understand the context of their suffering, because they haven't been philosophically educated. It's not suffering because they're not able to draw the obvious conclusion that it's a waste. Yeah, no, sorry. They don't draw that conclusion because they're ignorant. Moron.
Okay, so yes, I mean, what I think I see going on here is there is the positives of existence are constantly being delimited. You say things like
delimited, right? That's happening all the time, right? That's all the whole propaganda engine, right? From the day you're born is always talking about how, this is all a pile of shit and you're chasing bullshit. No, exactly the opposite is the truth. I'm fighting against the propaganda, asshole. Okay, it's the propaganda that gets people to think, oh yeah, I'll win. Okay, yeah, I'm gonna win the race and it'll be a great victory. Oh yeah, there'll be 9 other guys who are losers now, plus the 500 or 5,000 that never even made it to the race because they broke their leg 3 days before, some other kind of bullshit. So I won't count all the wasted effort and energy that went into my one little man victory. Yeah, come on, bullshit, fella. You glory nuts.
Of this suffering for what? Watching a sunrise or watching television or what have you. While the so-called negatives of existence are amplified. And perhaps this stems from...
Again, you're not arguing this. You just amplify it and exaggerate it and blah, 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 blah. But you're not arguing why the addiction scenario isn't accurate. You're not unarguing addiction as the mechanism of desire. Useless, pointless need. Need created for no need to serve no need, that we make the mess, then we clean up half the mess. I've made that fucking analogy 17,000 times, so why doesn't somebody argue with that analogy? That's all life really does. It creates deprivation, it drills a hole in a sentient being, and then the sentient being spends the rest of their life halfway filling the hole. And that's the game we're playing. It's a stupid fucking game. We're just running around throwing, we're sitting there, we create fake injuries, and then we spend our lives bandaging the injuries. I don't know, there's a million metaphors, but there is nothing to be gained or accomplished here.
Motives, a desire to see the limiting of suffering. But I think that at its heart there's something perverse in all of this, and that is that more suffering is being attributed to those who actually suffer, right? Because as a nurse, I've been in the presence of people suffering.
Oh, well, that explains a lot. Yeah, exactly. You've been in you are somehow capable of ignoring it, of just saying, oh yeah, that's okay. Well, that's okay. Oh, his head just exploded. Oh, that's okay. Clean it up. Oh, puke actually came out of his ears. Oh, amazing. Yeah, cool. Yeah, so what? You're completely desensitized. What the fuck do you do? Oh, well, I won't even get into it, but yeah, sorry. No sale.
And on the whole, they tend not to be, truth be told. And that's one of the things I've been surprised by over the years. They tend not to be drab or morose or wallow in the nature of their state of affairs, if you will.
Oh, that might be some delusion you have to comfort yourself, but I'm sorry. I've taken enough strolls down nursing home lane. No fucking sale.
And that even in suffering, see, this is another wrong-headed dichotomy, I think, that one between happiness, misery, pleasure, pain, if you will. Because it's quite obvious to me that someone can be in physical pain and yet be happy. Right? I see that all the time, or experience joy.
Oh, yeah, whatever. I'm sorry. That is just so. I don't even have words for it. Okay, all I can do is wish the worst migraine headache experienced by a human being on you, and then I'll just see how hard you can laugh.
While
Sick fuckers.
Experiencing physical pain.
Sadistic
and
lunatics.
Vice versa, someone can be have all of the materialistic luxuries at in their possession, if you will.
Oh, I don't know,
Can never experience physical
image.
pain and yet be miserable. So. Yeah.
So that means absolutely nothing. It doesn't get to the core issue of addiction. It doesn't get to the core issue of how our psychology works and how this is a game of chase, okay? And that why does the cheese seem worthwhile? And that's the point to get to. Is it an illusion or is it real? Are we chasing a real value, a real accomplishment, or are we chasing bullshit?
Yes, and this is not for me to take a kind of calloused position as regards the suffering of the world or anything like this. But individuals do make their own value judgments as regards their own existence, right?
Well, number one, we're not polling people on their existence. We're polling them when they're 22 years old, or 35 years old, or 47 years old. What we don't do is poll them when they're 98 years old, and in a still sound state of mind to make these judgments. I mean, 3 out of 4 of my grandparents spent years of their life saying, kill me, please kill me, please, 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 please kill me. Until they went too nutty to know they wanted to die.
And most people on the whole have judged the world in all of its horrendousness, I suppose, to be something of a positive value. Right?
Well, who cares? Again, we're not talking about what popular culture says. Are we talking about what your favorite music is? Is that what we're discussing? No, you're obligated to make an argument. You're not going to make an argument here. And you haven't made an argument here. You're just talking from, oh, well, isn't that a ludicrous position to have because it's unpopular? I mean, that's not an argument.
So, anyway.
Yeah.
But one of the things, I mean, you kind of sneak in some prescriptivity in your video that's unfounded, or at least in this particular video.
Says you again.
You say things like, the most important task that humans should undertake, so on and so forth. Right? And, okay, so this is a normative statement with no attempted philosophic grounding.
Where is the no attempted philosophical grounding? Okay, I mean, I presume you're talking about Remember the Diamonds or whatever, Jedi Master Boo Boo, and Friends or whatever. I don't know, whatever, whoever's. But anyway, the point is, there's 2,000 videos. The argument's been grounded, butthead.
Right, like that's one of the problems I have. It's almost, it seems to me, as if objective morality, if you will, or moral realism is just presupposed or assumed, and then the philosophy outflows from there.
Look, the premises are established. You obviously have just discounted one of the premises. You really don't think people suffer. You just said it pretty much. Oh, no. People just make way too much of that. I hang out at the hospital all the time, and we're having parties and cake and ice cream all the time, and it's all good. Alright, so you've just pointed out that there's no real suffering. You know, people don't get leprosy, you know, the dicks don't go limp, their wife doesn't sue them for divorce. None of that shit happens. Everybody's having a good time. Okay, and especially animals. Animals just love being in those little pens and having you shove crap inside of them and poke them and prod them, and you know, they like to have those little worms eat their hooves off. They love that shit. It's all good, you fuckers. Yeah, we already heard your opinion. Fuck you.
And suffering sucks is not gonna cut it. Like that's.
Oh yeah, that's just way too obvious, isn't it? Yeah, no, that's just way too obvious. Yeah, okay, so now we got you. We got you figured out pretty much. You are a sadistic, masochistic, insensitive pile of shit, thinking you're accomplishing something. But obviously your work indicates. Unfortunately, batteries again. Anyway, my fault. Yeah, I can see your boner for suffering. Yeah, you get a boner for it. I can see it. You can see it. Yeah. Fuck you.
That's pretty much the extent, I suppose. And I've watched a whole host of inmendham's videos. That's pretty much the extent of his defense of his contentions in the ethical realm.
Oh yes, that's right. Yeah, that it really. You couldn't pay me $1 billion to die of smallpox. You couldn't pay me $1 billion to die of smallpox. You couldn't fucking do it. Yeah, so yeah, that's right. Inmendham believes in suffering, and he certainly believes that he shouldn't impose on others what he wouldn't be willing to experience himself. And he shouldn't allow to be imposed on some future what he wouldn't experience himself.
And that's just woefully inadequate.
Oh, I'm sorry. It's the most fundamental, meaningful thing in the universe, and if you can't figure it out, you are just way too useless for words. I mean, if you miss the most important thing in the universe, that the only thing that means anything is the capacity to harm a sentient creature, then you're really way too stupid. And everybody who's wasted time having communication with you has just done that. They've wasted their fucking time on a sadistic lunatic.
Because we have to deal with epistemic issues, we have to deal with ontological issues. Are we to be non-naturalists, do you see? When we think of things like, generally, it seems reasonable to put something like value in the same category as something like beauty. Are we going to say that they're...
Who's done that but you assholes, right? Exactly. Yeah, so all your conceptions, all your perceptions of accomplishment are based on some dopey notion of tastiness and attractiveness. Alright, so you're the one playing that game, douchebag.
There's an objective property that inheres in a state of affairs or inheres in an object independent of subjective evaluation.
It adheres in an object? Oh, okay, so yeah, the fuel mileage efficiency of a car adheres in What, your nutsack? No, asshole, it's a logical equation, and you're just gonna pretend there's nothing that has any real value in the universe, and we can all just make it up. This equals 500,000 cows with a fucking, cow prod up their ass. Yeah. Because I say so. Fuck you. I mean, if you can't acknowledge the fact that harm is a reality in the universe, you're just too fucking stupid to waste time on.
That we could call beauty, right? Well, no, I don't think so. Like, beauty is something that is added to the nature of a said object by the human mind.
And again, where am I? I have done exactly, you say you've watched my videos, bullshit, liar. Where have I ever embraced the word beauty? So you've just revealed your little lying, conniving, jump on bandwagon weaselly self.
Perhaps the same is true with right, wrong, good, evil, value, what have you. The very notion of...
Oh, yeah. See, all value is just an expression of beauty. Oh, yes, exactly. See, you're just so fucking cliche. You're exactly the fucking problem with the human race. This idea that, oh no, I don't have to obey any standards but my own subjective desires and appreciations. And I certainly think hang-pang suffering doesn't mean a goddamn thing. My inconvenience means a lot. If I'm 5 minutes late for work, that's really important. But if that fucker dies in a mineral mine, to make my iPod, that's fucking okay. Yeah, fuck you.
Intrinsic value has been much debated, or long debated in the philosophic realm, as to whether it's even a sensible notion. Right?
Oh yeah, that's like telling me the Christians have been arguing this for a long time. I don't give a fuck what the Christians have wasted their time arguing about. So that's just bullshit. Make a real argument.
So yeah, I mean, there's certainly a lot of issues that need discussion. Yeah.
Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, addiction. Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, addiction. Not that complicated, asshole.
Are we to be non-naturalists? You see, because here he goes on. It seems to me in his physicalist assumptions. But if we're going to grant value as a property, now of course.
Yes, a property of sentience. That's right. That's what makes little animals different than rocks and shit.
It seems I have read this debate between the naturalists and non-naturalists as regards whether or not such moral properties are reducible. It seems to me rather nonsensical to say that they are. I have a natural non-naturalist disposition.
Yeah, that's right. You got the DNA up your ass. Yeah, you're just too predictable.
So yes, and I don't see inmendham discussing any of these things. All right, the nature of sui generis properties.
Sui generis properties. What the fuck that is?
The nature of prima facie epistemic justification.
Oh, prima facie epistemic justification. Yeah, what? Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, addiction. Fucking idiot.
Or justification for beliefs, generally speaking. Right? And so these things need to be discussed, and yet I don't see him doing that.
Oh, what needs to be discussed? This is just such garbage. I have to discuss what kind of, somehow somebody comes up with string theory, I'd have to address it if I had some other theory? Of course I wouldn't. I could just say, this is the goddamn truth, tear it down. Well, I've given you a truth. Consumption, reproduction, cannibalism, addiction. No accomplishment, no purpose whatsoever underlying the mechanism. You tell me what else there is. You tell me how those four things don't apply and how there's some other ingredient that justifies the whole thing. So until you tear down down that argument, I don't have to go any fucking place else. I'm done. My job is fucking complete. Douchebag. I don't have to talk about your Hansel and Gretel theory. I don't have to tear down your God theory. I don't have to tear down your DNA theory. I don't have to do any of that shit. I don't have to disprove your fantasies and fables. You have to make some sort of argument coherent to those 4 aspects of life on Earth. Butt shit. Alright, so I'm done with this guy. Anyway. Yeah, I'm just getting so sick of these fucking weasels and their fucking, well, us philosophers say you have to, you know, stick your brain up your ass and talk about our hystemical perfectables and such. No, I don't do any of that shit, faggot. Fuck all of you. Yeah, enough said. I hate these people. I really do hate them. Hate them, hate them, hate them. Well, I just really hate people. Yeah, I'm just sick of people. I had my fill. Sorry, I'm looking for... the off button is not on the computer. It's actually on the camera. The Bark Lord thing really does bug me. I mean, the son of a... I brought him up. I shouldn't have even mentioned him. You know, I was almost like felt a little bad, you know, because Bark Lord's usually not part of the conversation. And so I heard Pyro's video, and I said, oh, okay, yeah, I'll respond to Bark Lord too. And blah, blah, blah. And it was like, yeah, like just to make him part of the conversation. And I just shouldn't have wasted my time on the fucking putts. Damn. People just suck. Suck, suck, suck.